Hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. That's the Lodge restaurant over there, by the way. That used to be snuck down the side or round the back of the Olympic Lagoon Resort, but it's relocated to there. To be honest, I think it's a better location because, of course, it's very, very close to the heart of all the action in downtown Kato Paphos. And that's where we are, by the way, if you're wondering. We're wiggling and we're waggling, and coming up very, very shortly will be the Curry House. Yes, look at this. It's coming up right now on the right hand side. That's the Curry House, especially for Mr. Mike, our shady man, all the way in downtown Norwich, and of course his shady lady. There's another Indian takeaway restaurant for you to go and have a taste of and check to see if it's like what it's like. That's the post office there on the left hand side. Not much of a post office anymore. These things have all gone online, haven't they? But you know, if you want a lockbox, that's where you go in this area anyway. We're wiggling and we're waggling, and we're going to join the inner ring road, as we call it, and then we're going to go to the left because, of course, we can't go to the right because it's dual carriageway. Well, a minute, we can actually because it's Cyprus. There's nothing wrong with driving down the wrong side of a carriageway in Cyprus, but we're not going to do it today. We're going to save that for another day, Mr. Neil. Well, Lord Neil, no, Sir Neil. Yeah, getting confused with my titles. Anyway, that's Neil and Lady Ali. Of course, Sir Neil likes to buy Lady Ali a bouquet of flowers now and again from a golden rose shop, isn't it? Golden rose shop in downtown Perth. And I promise you, very, very soon, one of these days, we'll pop into that shop and we'll make a special video and choose a bouquet, especially for Lady Ali. Lord Neil, no, Sir Neil, he's getting promotions, you know. I tell you what, if you go and buy another bouquet of flowers every other day for Lady Ali, you can get a promotion to Lord, because I think Lord Neil sounds very nice, doesn't it? It's actually on the tip of my tongue all the time. Lord Neil. There we go. So there you go, Neil. All you got to do is go buy us a bouquet of flowers every other day for Miss. No, it's not Miss, is it? It's Lady Ali. And you never know, we could even promote her to a duchess if she likes it. We'll see. Right, where are we? Well, we're heading towards the Paphos Mall roundabout. That's where we're heading. And on the left-hand side, if you can see that structure up in the skies, up in the heavens, well, it's not that high, is it? About 6 meters up, so about 10 feet. That's the Paphos Skywalk. Not the greatest thing in the world, but if you want to go for a little stroll up in the clouds, as I say, get a bit of fresh air and get a slightly different view, a slightly different perspective of downtown Paphos, that could be the walk for you. And of course, there's a few people who have done it recently. We were sitting last night and chatting with a Miss Wendy and a Mr. Richard, and they like to wander around in Paphos, and they went on that, and he said it was quite good fun. A bit hot, but he said it was quite good fun. Got a different view, and at least he can say, I've been on the Paphos Skywalk. And he can also say, he said, I've met Marika and me. Exactly. There we go. We're easy to find, by the way. If you're looking for us in the summer, so that's July, August, probably into September, it's a bit hot in the day, so, you know, we don't want to get too sticky and sweaty and perspire, so we don't really come out until night. So we are normally storming the promenade or some of the streets in and around Kato Paphos from around about 7, and normally we get to meet people, which is lovely. And then we enter the harbour around about 7:30 to 8, and after that, because we work really, really hard, we like to go and chill out, probably in the Pelican, all the Kings, all the Jalabo. So if you're looking for us, well, guess what? I'm an idiot in a blue hat, normally with a pair of sunglasses and a can of Coke. But one thing's for sure, I've always got a blonde beauty sitting next door to me, and her name is Miss Gracenia LaBeouf. So if you see us, please come over and say hi. Don't even think that you might think that you are being rude. If you see us, whether we're on our own or whether we're sitting with other people, please come over and say hello, and please drag a chair and have a seat. Even if you're rushing off to get your tea or whatever it might be, come and sit down for 2-3 minutes and let's have a chat or two. Shall we? We'll go straight. There we go. We'll go straight and then we'll circumnavigate the Paphos Harbour, especially for you. Then we'll go up the new road past the Basilica Resort, and then we'll end up back in Bar Street. See, not that big a place. Pretty easy once you understand it. So if you watch a few Marika and me videos, you're going to get to learn your way in and around downtown Kato Paphos. And this is what it's all about. Most people who come to Paphos on a holiday, well, they're in one of the hotels, probably along the promenade harbour area, maybe out as far as Marika, and all they want to do is get to the harbour, have a walk around, have a beer or two, have something to eat, and get a bit of a suntan. And there you go. What more can you want? Let's keep going. That's the harbour area there to the left, and of course it's a bit quiet at this time of day. Like I say, people have well, it's hot, isn't it? It's far too hot. Let's people go, because you never know. It could be happy family members. If not, perhaps we'll come back and run them over. What's this chappie do? He thinks he can stand in the middle of the road and put his shirt on. Strange people in the world, isn't there? There is, I tell you. Of all the places to stop to put your shirt on, well, I tell you what, I'll just stop in the middle of the road and do it. I don't think he's a subscriber. I don't think so. He's not clever enough, aren't we? Let's keep going. We're in the rear car park area to the restaurants of the harbour area. And most of the car park is still available for you to park, but there is the odd section that's barricaded off, and it's full of bits and bobs that they're going to present to us in the harbour. We've got these seatings, without stacks of them all stacked up, so you've got lots more seating area, and you never know, they might get an idea to put canopies over them because it's hot. But the Kumbara number one, the Pedonis, sometimes has some good ideas, and sometimes perhaps his ideas are not so good. But we won't criticise him because we don't want to be deported this week, so we'll wait till next week. Overall, I think the Mayor of Paphos is a very, very good man. Met him a few times now. One of these days we are going to get him on camera, by the way. He has told us if we ever see him when he's walking around, we can approach him and have a chat with him. So we are sort of friends, should we say? Or shall we say that we both understand that both of us are trying to promote the living daylights out of Paphos. Because Paphos is a great, great place to come. If you're looking for a holiday, whether it be for a weekend, a week, a fortnight, or perhaps even the rest of your life, Paphos is not a bad place to go. There's many places better, perhaps, but there's also thousands of places that are not as good. A nice, small, shall we say, seaside town where most people will give you the time of day. Most people are very, very courteous indeed. Most people want to make sure that you have a great, great holiday. And that includes the police. In general, if you are a foreigner, unless you're doing something stupid, the police will just leave you alone. They really, really do not want to get out of their air-conditioned cars or air-conditioned offices to do anything. Here we go. There's a Gubaro parked on the wrong side of the road. But hey, this is Cyprus, so why would that matter? Let's keep going. We're in the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour. We're going to circumnavigate it, as I've just said. So we'll go back along the road we came. If you want an ice cream, Mr. Whippy's there waiting for you. He's got a 99-cent flake. And that's, well, it's something from the past, isn't it? I mean, do you remember when you could buy an ice cream with a cone and a piece of chocolate in it for 99 pence? Not even I remember it, and I'm old. Now it's about €3.99. It may even be more, by the way, because I've not bought one since last year, so it's probably gone up, hasn't it? Because there's this little thing called inflation, and at the moment everything is going up. So on that note, if you're curious to know how the channel is funded, well, it's all down to you guys, and we do appreciate and we do thank each and every one of you who do take the time to contribute that small little amount of money to the channel. The Superstar members who give us €10 a month, thank you very much. Obviously the boss, the girl in charge of the show, Lady Anne, is the ringleader, and we thank her very, very much for that. And even now and again, she then pops in and sends us some extra coffees. Yeah, that's right. She hits that little buy me a coffee icon and sends us some coffees, because she understands that in order to keep us driving around making videos or walking in the promenade, obviously there is a cost, and we do have to somehow try to make a living. This is the road which takes you past the Basilica Resort. Not the best condition at the moment, but at least it's open. And this guy's driving the wrong way down the road. At least he's saying thank you. There we go. Because at the end of the day, in Cyprus, it doesn't really matter. We don't get too excited when we see someone coming the wrong way down a one-way street. Like I say, coming very, very soon for our man Neil. We're deliberating on the new title, aren't we? At the moment, he's a sir. But you never know. He may be going to become a lord if he buys those flowers every other day for the lady known as Lady Ali. What's this Gumbaro doing? Like, he sort of realised he's going the wrong way down the road. So that must be a foreigner. Oh my goodness. Where are we now? Well, we're joining back to the top of the promenade. This is Tea for Two restaurant. If you want a great breakfast, well, that could be the place for you. There it is, sitting there waiting on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Here's some more people that seem to think they're allowed to walk in the middle of the road. Luckily, I'm not actually a local, because if I was, I'd have just run them over and gone, bloody tourists. Anyway, we're going to turn back up here. That's Pinguino's Cafe. That's Mavros Leather. And this means we're coming up the back end of Bar Street. And, well, we're not going to go up to Bar Street again, because obviously we just done it. That's the front entrance on the right. If your name is Miss Flora, that's the Dionysus Hotel. And, of course, Miss Andrew remembers that place very, very well indeed. We're going to take a bit of a left. More people walking in the middle of the road. You never know. One of these days, we might get to run somebody over live on camera. I know a man who went to that restaurant there, and he said it was not his favourite. He didn't say it was bad. No. Shady Tree didn't say it was bad, nor the Shady Lady, but he said it was not his favourite. He said the Deli Gate was his favourite. And these guys do like an Indian restaurant or two. They've been round most of them. We found them a new one just round here. So if you stick with us for a little bit longer, we will take a right here past the Grazie restaurant. So they like to thank you, aren't they, in Italian. And here we go. This new restaurant is here on the right hand side, and it's called the Shaki Indian Street Food. I tell you what, one of these days, I like the colour scheme of the shutters and all that. One of these days, me and Marika are going to pop in there especially for you. And if they're allowed to make a video, guess what? We'll make a video. That's the Sofiana Resort and Spa. Very, very popular hotel in Paphos. Lots of people stay there and they come back again and again. We're wiggling and we're waggling in the back streets of downtown Kato Paphos. And we thank you for joining us. And if you like what you see, why not hit that like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my madness. Now, if you're still listening, and perhaps some people are not sure about YouTube, how does it work? The like button, the little thumbs up, if I hit it, does that cost me any money? No. It's totally free. What that does is tell YouTube that you quite like what you've seen, so then YouTube recommends that video that you just watched, you just liked, to other people. Hitting the subscribe button, well, does that cost me any money? No, it doesn't. Not a single penny. There's nothing hooked up to your YouTube account. There's nothing hooked up to your Google account. No one's going to try and get your bank details, your credit card details off you. All it is, again, tells YouTube that you like that channel, and then YouTube will recommend that channel to more people of a similar mind. More people that are perhaps looking, in our case, for videos about Paphos, or perhaps looking for an idiot in a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses. You never know. But no cost to hitting that like, thumbs up in other words. No cost to hitting that subscribe. The only cost is when you choose to go through to the platform known as Buy Me a Coffee and virtually buy us a coffee or two. Or, of course, find us on the Super Thanks button. Next to the thumbs up, thumbs down, scroll across, keep going. You've got downloads and, of course, shorts. And there you will find a heart-shaped button with a little dollar sign in the middle. And you can choose to send us $1 or $2. I'm going to say thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, don't forget to come back again very, very soon indeed. I'll see you in the morning, and I'll say thanks for joining Mr. Paul in his breakfast club. See you soon.